Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
What if the Warriors' future has already begun, and no one noticed? While the fans cheer for yet another playoff win and Curry continues to defy time, something silent, almost imperceptible, is happening on the bench. Jonathan Kuminga, one of the most athletic talents in the NBA, hasn't set foot on the court in 3 games. And it's not due to injury. It's a technical decision, a strategy, or maybe a sign. At Warriors News Fan Update, we go beyond the scoreboard. And today, we dive into a chapter that could change the fate of the franchise. Kuminga, once called a key piece of the future, is increasingly distant from immediate plans. Steve Kerr even praises his attitude in practice, but the absence in crucial games speaks louder than any interview. The contrast is stark. While the team celebrates, he watches. And every minute on the bench may be sketching out his departure. Rumors that were once whispers are now debated in podcasts, forums, and WhatsApp groups. According to Bleacher Report, the Warriors are considering a sign-in trade that would send Kuminga and Moses Moody to Portland in exchange for Anthony Simons. In theory, a tactical adjustment. In practice, a shift in philosophy. Simons is everything the Warriors' identity has always represented: shooting, movement, fluidity. He would bring youth, offensive spacing, and be the perfect bridge between Curry's present and the franchise's future. Kuminga, with his absurd athleticism and defensive prowess, will be a high-stakes bet by the Blazers to rebuild around young players like Scoot Henderson and Shaedon Sharpe. And here comes the big question. Is an uncertain future worth more than a promising present? This potential trade goes beyond numbers. It exposes a silent dilemma at the heart of a dynasty. Continue betting on the development of young talents, or maximize Stephen Curry's final years with players who are already ready. As a fan, I confess, seeing Kuminga like this bench hurts, because we know what he can become. But I also know that Curry's time is now, and maybe the franchise thinks the same. What about you? What would you do if you were in the front office? Trade Kuminga now, or give him one more chance to shine in Golden State? Comment below. Warriors Nation. Your opinion matters. And if you like this content and want to keep up with everything behind the scenes in the NBA, subscribe to the Warriors News Fan Update channel, leave a like, and hit the notification bell. Join us on this journey, because here, we don't just watch the game. We read between the lines. And while the franchise remains silent about Kuminga's future, the signs are everywhere. The absence in 3 crucial games isn't just a tactical choice. It's an internal message. It's as if the front office is saying, the time is now, and we can't wait anymore. The Chase Center may be packed, buzzing with every Curry 3, with every Butler play, but behind the scenes, the atmosphere is one of transition. The Warriors' golden era may be ending, and what we're witnessing is the birth of a new identity. And Anthony Simons could be the face of that transition. At 25 years old, with solid numbers, 19 points per game, and nearly 37% from 3, he's more than a complimentary piece. He's a playmaker, a versatile scorer, someone who can relieve Curry and maintain Golden State's offensive standard even when number 30 is resting. And there's more. Simons is moldable. He can grow within Kerr's system, learn from the veterans, but also be groomed for a leading role in the medium term. An investment with immediate and long-lasting returns. On Portland's side, the trade makes even more sense. The franchise is rebuilding, and rebuilds require risks. Kuminga represents physical explosiveness, defensive versatility, and still has room to grow offensively. Moses Moody, with his shooting consistency and tactical intelligence, can be that quiet player who helps stabilize a young group. It's one of those trades that could benefit both sides, but with an important detail: the risk. For the Warriors, the risk of seeing Kuminga explode on another team, become a star, and make fans wonder, why not here? For the Blazers, the risk of giving up one of their biggest assets for players still under construction. But if there's one thing the Warriors' history has taught us, it's that great victories require bold decisions. And maybe this trade is more than just another move on the NBA chessboard. Maybe it's the moment when Golden State finally decides whether to keep looking back or to embrace what's coming. Warriors News Fan Update will continue to follow every step of the saga, because the next move could define the next few years of the franchise. So if you want to stay informed, behind-the-scenes info, trades, rumors, and analysis like this, you know what to do. subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell, and share this video with other Warriors fans. History is being written, and you're invited to be part of it. As a Warriors fan, it's impossible not to feel a pang in the heart seeing Jonathan Kuminga in this situation. We followed his development, celebrated every dunk, every explosive play that made fans jump out of their seats. He has that something extra, physicality, instinct, raw potential. And it's tough to see all that wasted on the bench without even a chance in the most important moments of the season. But at the same time, I get the dilemma. This team is driven by victories. And with Curry entering the final chapters of his legendary career, the margin for error is minimal. The arrival of Jimmy Butler was a clear message. The time to win is now. Kerr, Myers, Shakeup, they all know the clock is ticking. And maybe in this scenario, developing a young player like Kuminga has become a luxury the team can no longer afford. Anfernee Simons, on the other hand, is ready. He's not a promise. He's a reality. A guy who can step into the Warriors system today, contribute offensively, and still be groomed to lead tomorrow. If we truly want to keep contending for a title with Curry, we need ready weapons, not just projects. So even with a heavy heart, if this trade happens, I understand. And maybe as a fan, I'd even accept it. But one thing I'm sure of, if Kuminga gets traded and explodes on another team, it'll hurt. It'll hurt a lot, because we know what he's capable of. And the truth is that this decision, whatever it is, will mark a turning point in the team's history. Either we double down on the present, or start drawing a new future. And you, Warriors fan, which side of the dilemma are you on? Would you trade Kuminga for Simons? Or give him one more chance to shine with us? Comment below, Warriors Nation, and let's keep this conversation going in the next videos. And if you're not yet subscribed to Warriors News Fan Update, now's the time. Leave your like, turn on the bell, and stick with us, because while some just watch the NBA, here we live every behind-the-scenes moment. Every play. Every decision. The next great Warriors story starts now. And if there's one thing Warriors fans have learned over the last decade, it's that the franchise has never been afraid to change. Trading Kuminga may seem, at first glance, like a loss, the end of a promising project. But maybe it's the start of another. Maybe it's exactly the kind of sacrifice championship teams make to stay on top. It was like that when we traded Monta Ellis for Andrew Bogut. It was like that when we bet on Andre Iguodala. It was like that when we gave up the present to build something greater. The dilemma here isn't just about Kuminga. It's about philosophy, about identity, about what it means to be a Warrior. Are we ready to start over? Or are we going to try to squeeze one more ring out of this generation? The truth is that Kuminga's presence on the bench during the playoffs already represents a partial answer. If Kerr truly believed he was essential now, he'd be playing. What's left is to accept that, internally, decisions are being made. And Anfernee Simons' name is no coincidence. He represents the bridge between eras. Imagine this scenario: Curry, Simons, Butler, Draymond, and Looney. An experienced core, but with offensive renewal. A roster capable of competing at a high level without losing the essence that made us champions. Shooting, movement, game IQ. That's what it's about. A new face for the same winning spirit. But what if we're wrong? What if Kuminga becomes an all-star in Portland? What if this is one of those trades that history revisits with irony, showing how impatience came at cost? That's the weight of the decision. That's why every detail matters. And that's why here at Warriors News Fan Update, we don't treat rumors as just rumors. We see what might come next. So stay tuned, because in the next video, we'll bring you 3 alternative scenarios for Kuminga's future, including a surprising proposal from the Eastern Conference that could shake things up. In the meantime, drop a comment. Do you prefer the safety of Simons or the high-risk gamble with Kuminga? If you enjoyed this content, don't forget, subscribe to the Warriors News Fan Update channel, turn on the bell, and share with other fans who live the NBA backstage with the same passion. Here, the analysis never stops, because the game is never just what happens on the court.